Hey. Knock. That's it. Knock. Come in.
Hi, Lee.
Hi.
It's Abby from Romello. It's great to see you again.
Good. To see
Do you mind if I take a seat?
Please. Have a seat.
Right. Here's my business card. I know you have thousands of these, but just in case you misplaced it. Is all your information still the same?
Yes.
Great.
So, what have you got today?
Well, how have you been since I last spoke to you last month?
Just always in a hurry.
You're in a hurry?
Well,
all right.
A little bit, but that's all right. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, recently I wanted to share an experience with you. I know how much you love the outdoors. So I took my family to a humane certified zoo before. Have you ever been to one?
No.
You've never been? Well, it's very interesting because
I've been to a zoo.
Yes,
Not
of course.
A humane zoo.
Yeah, humane certified zoo.
Okay.
So what they do is they're really big about how they treat their animals. So a lot of times you see these horror stories of animals that are left in their cages and don't get fed properly and are malnourished and angry. So it helps give the resource to these to be able to still have children and people learn about these various animals without, getting any harm to them. So I wanted to show you a picture. They have this program called Care to Share. And my sister loves giraffes. So for her birthday, I decided to buy her a giraffe in her honor. So I basically have a one lump sum I pay for a month to help care for these animals to kind of keep this humane certified zoo trend keep going. Okay. So I wanted to share with you today.
Okay.
And just like
thank you.
Well, and just like the innovation with the zoo that I went to, I wanted to share with you an innovative new market trend that's going on and to kind of introduce that to you of where the products are going to.
I've actually hunted giraffe.
Oh, you have?
In Africa, so I know that probably doesn't sit too well with you, but
that's totally fine. I respect you.
It was quite a hunt. So we killed a rhinoceros and a giraffe.
My dad and I have always wanted to travel to Africa to look at a safari one day, but not to hunt, just to look. But that's great. That's a wonderful experience. All right. So today I kind of wanted to lay out with you to show you this new Applegate product that we have and how the innovation is kind of market trends moving forward, and then to be able to kind of discuss what you're looking for and then see if we can do some business at the end of the day.
Okay.
I know our usual is 20 minutes. Is that still good for you today?
Yeah.
I know you said you're in a time crunch.
That's all right.
All right. So if you're, or in the past, I know if you're happy with the new product, you're able to make the decision to implement it onto the shelves. Is that still true?
Yes. I'm the one that I'll make the decision.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
And then congratulations on your double-digit growth. That's just wonderful. Are you still on target to reach that this quarter?
Possibly.
Possibly. All right. Tell me more about that. Why is that possibly?
It's just we're trying to find new products to fill some niche areas that we need to fill really badly. So, but perhaps this will be one of them, depending on what it is.
All right. So you said new niche products. So what is that criteria that you're looking for in those products?
Anything. You know who my customers are, right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand that. I call them grocery, or my division handles groceries and restaurants.
Okay.
And so depending on the products that we get in, things that we do, and we've made some real nice strides lately where we may stay double digits. We'll see. But tell me what you got. What's going on?
Well, we'll get to that process. I still kind of want to dive deep in a little bit to get to know how you're doing this quarter. So if you were able to still reach those double-digit growth, what would that mean for you?
It would mean a lot. I mean, that's our goal.
Yeah.
We're supposed to.
Is there a special promotion or any bonuses?
Not right now.
Okay. And then on the flip side, if you weren't able to reach that double-digit growth, what would that mean for you?
It would just probably bother me.
Yeah, bother you?
Bother me. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be able
we've done
to.
it before, so, but it's always important in business to continue to move up. And of course, we do go backwards from time to time, but not often.
All right. And then where do you want to see yourself? Where's the growth?
Well, is this an interview about me, or have you got a new product that you'd like to talk with me about?
Well, yeah, but what we'd like to do with their sales process is just really get to know where you're wanting to go. So Hormel is able to align with Super Value to get to those spots. Yeah. We're not here just to sell you a product. We really want you to succeed.
Well, okay, and I appreciate that. So go ahead. That's okay.
Okay. So do you have a certain growth that you want to hit?
20%.
Okay, 20%.
Over last year.
Okay. And with these products that are on your shelf now, how are you marketing them?
Our salespeople do it.
So your sales?
Yeah, they're making calls. They call every week on all their customers.
All right. And then on the flip side, if there was unable to make those calls to make those sales, what would that happen for you?
It hasn't changed in the 2 years that you've known me.
Okay.
So it's all basically the same as it was.
Okay.
So go ahead. What was your question?
And then as far as kind of building upon the growth, do you see yourself moving into any new markets as far as for marketing?
It just depends on the product.
Okay.
It would depend on what it is.
Okay.
And whether or not it was marketable.
Okay. So, Lee, if I was able to show you a product that would help you build that 20% over last year, and that would help you find that niche market segment to your customers, are you interested in taking a look at that product today?
Dying to see it.
Okay, great.
Does it happen to be the Applegate?
Yes, it is Applegate.
Well, you've already spoken with someone in our company.
Yeah, we spoke to Nikki, or I spoke to Nikki.
Yeah, and you knew I was the buyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why would you go to Nikki before you came to see me?
Well, what we like to do is we kind of like to get, like you said in your previously, that your sales reps are the ones that do market these products.
Right.
So we try to see if we can have an interest, since they are the ones firsthand on the product, we like to get feedback from them to be able to make sure that it's a certain product that is marketable and then bring it to you.
I had Nikki embarrass me to death. She came up to me in front of the big boss the other day and said to me that she had spoken with the Hormel rep, and she had gone over this new product, and she wanted to get it in some of her stores that she calls on. So it kind of put me in a bad position.
Well, I do apologize for that. It was not my intention at all. So I do apologize for that. And if you want me to do anything to try to make up for that, just let me know.
I'd rather you not. I'll handle it, but don't let this affect you, because I'm still open to hearing what you've got.
All right. Well, I do appreciate it.
But you've got to be careful in the future not to tell the folks that work for me about a new product before you talk to me about it. And I know you probably were trying to get her to influence me a little bit, but that's sometimes kind of ruffles people's feathers.
Well, Lee, as an industry leader for 20 years, I do appreciate your input, so thank you for that.
All right.
All right. Do you mind if I show you the product now?
I would love for you to.
Okay. So have you heard about anything about Applegate?
No.
So Applegate is changing the way the meat that we eat. So a lot of times in the market, you see everything being all natural and organic. So what makes us different? What makes us different is we're about our animal welfare. But to bring you more to the product, we have sliced deli meats as well as a bulk sliced, sliced and bulk that you're able to purchase. So that comes like this in this package. And just some of the features to the product is it's going to be all natural, sliced, no antibiotics ever, 100% cage free, and it's vegetarian fed. So that's a lot of times you don't see that being animals getting fed with byproducts into their food. So it's 100% grass fed. The cows stay on their pasture 100% of their life.
Just like the giraffe I shot in Africa.
Yes, they're all their natural habitat.
Food. Okay.
Yes. And then just to kind of build upon a little bit more of what the product stands for, is we have 5 freedoms of animal welfare. So what we were talking about in our meeting is about a niche product. So a lot of times customers that are vegetarian don't eat meat because of the way that it is raised or how it's inhumane, and it's just wrong, is what that unique niche market is. So what we try to do is educate customers with Applegate to show you that the 5 freedoms of animal welfare, that there's no suffering, no discomfort, there is no pain or injury that's associated with these animals that are later sold for food, and that there's no fear and distress. How does that sound?
I don't know. I love to hunt, and I don't know if people really care where a pig spent last night and whether they were treated humanely. But again, it sounds like there is a group of people. Do you know how many people? There may be statistics that say how many people really care.
Well, the target niche market is not for people who are avid hunters. It's going to be more for the people that are there. But do you have any
statistics how many people really would would be interested in something like this?
Well, I have it's a growing trend of a growing market. I don't have the exact number, but I will be able to email that over with my presentation after the end.
Send it to me?
Yeah, of course. I'll be able to send
I'd like you to do that.
I would send our entire presentation over to you at the end, and so that way you can look over and ask any questions.
Because I hear about these things. I hear this is a growing trend.
Yes, it's a growing trend.
And all of that, but no one has been able to produce hard facts that say this group, and they're going to be interested in it. So.
Well, we're targeted to people that are animal lovers that were once vegetarian, but not by their diet, but by choice because of the inhumane.
Sure.
There's been statistics that Applegate has shown that how much that people try to be a vegetarian and realize how much they miss meat, but they just feel so guilty when they're taking a bite of their food, knowing that the animal suffered for their nourishment.
Sure.
So it's supposed to target those unique niche people.
Okay. And that makes sense. My wife would probably like something like that.
Yeah. So your wife will be able to make sandwiches for you and her, and you'll be able to enjoy them together, feeling guilty free.
Okay. All right.
All right. And how, there's current products that are on your shelf. Do you see that there's room for these as well?
Not right this minute. We have a certain number of slots, as you know, and so right this minute we have a full complement of deli meats and cheeses, but we've got several that are not selling, are not producing.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about those products that aren't selling.
Well, they're just meat and cheeses that aren't selling. I mean, it's a variety. So.
All right. And then what would be, or how would your profits change if you could get products in there that are selling?
Well, it would depend on your costs and our ability to get an upcharge or whatever. So.
Well, what's your budget?
I don't have a budget right this minute.
Okay.
Not for new products because we have a full complement.
Okay. And then, so if you were able to get, or if you weren't able to get the products off, what would that cost you to keep them on there? Dead inventory that aren't selling. Would you be able to still reach your double-digit growth?
Yeah, because our other products make up what we're selling.
So you said you wanted to reach by 20% over the next year. So if we're able to get the Applegate products in there that already are selling, would you be able to see yourself reaching that?
It would depend on how it's accepted by the market.
Okay.
And it would depend on the markup that we could get. I don't know what it costs. I don't know whether I'd double my money on it or what. So there are a lot of unknowns. So I really couldn't answer that question.
Okay. Well, depending how we market it, with Hormel, we're able to be an all package service for you. So we do offer, depending on how you want to market it, we do commercials. So depending on the time of year that's coming up, we're able, the holidays are right around the corners. And so we're able to show, and because a lot of customers don't understand what Applegate is, we're able to implement commercials to them. We even partner with influencers on social media that are able to implement a product to be able to get more of the buzz feed of the millennials and the more of the vegan realm. So we are able to implement that for you.
Yeah. Where are you finding most of those vegan type people?
Throughout, there's no particular one area. It's more just a lifestyle factor, not necessarily a certain demographic area.
Do you target college campuses and coffee shops, places where those guys hang out?
Well, yeah, we are able to supply those to coffee shops and local college students.
We're not doing that right now.
Yeah, so could you see yourself growth-wise being
possibly
in there?
Yeah.
Well, definitely.
When I mentioned a niche market to you, that's where I was heading with that.
Okay.
Is that, we've got our established customers. They're buying our products now. How can getting in more product make us improve ourselves?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
And
that's the question that we have to ask.
Okay. So, what's your budget for a new product when you put them on your shelves initially?
Don't have one.
So you don't have one.
Not right
So what's
now.
a particular slotting fee that you like or that you have for a new product?
$500.
Okay, so $500. And would you see that we could put the Applegate products on there?
Possibly.
All right.
We'll just have to see.
All right. So with the seven products that we do have currently, with your saying that you're trying to move more into the market of college students and restaurants, that's where I think the bulk items are very useful for that, because you're able to save money for storage, as well as getting that ounce weight cut, so that way you're not wasting money on inventory, but everything are able to be fresh.
Sure. Okay.
All right, so what's your thoughts and your feedback?
Oh, I like it. It sounds like a good product. How's it packaged?
So it's packaged in, as you can see here, with plastic.
Mm-hmm. So it's already sliced.
So we have the option of pre-sliced or bulked. So the sliced ones is going to be individually sliced with packaging, and then it's going to be the same packaging, but it's going to be bulk, like what you would find behind a deli counter.
Okay. You know, there are problems with the prepackaged stuff like that. Stores complain about the fact that customers rip them open, leave them laying there, and then they have a lot of dead product that's, you know, they end up having to throw away.
Well, what we could do is, for Hormel to fix it, is we can always have a little tab on the counter saying, you know, if you'd like to try, come see the deli counter. And so that way at the deli counter, we can slice something very thin, so you're able to try it, so you won't have that dead inventory cost. I can give customers that idea, like, hey, we're open to helping you try this product, so that way there is no loss. How does that sound like a good idea?
So in other words, a customer then would have to buy bulk and packaged, which could ultimately double up sales.
Yes, exactly.
That's a good
So
idea.
it means there's 20% more growth for you to reach your double digits.
There you go. Okay.
Sir, what do you say we put this on your shelf today?
Well, it just depends on what you're willing to do.
All right. Well, what I can do for you, because I think it's very crucial for you to have both the slice and the bulk, is we can try out a couple cases of these, and I'm willing to help you by taking some of the dead slotting fees off and then replacing those with some of Applegate products. And then we can come back in a meeting in a month or so, 6 weeks, and be able to assess the products as far as the growth and the numbers, and see if we can move forward by adding all the full line of products onto Applegate. How does that sound?
Well, so you're talking sliding two things,
Mm-hmm.
two products.
Yes.
So $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does that work with your budget?
Is that all you can do, you think? Can you
For-
do any more?
For price wise, well, what I could do is, if you could meet me for the slotting fees, I'm able to help you in the other aspects of the way for marketing. So to be able to reach all these target markets of the niche, you know, to bring in the more people, these are going to be flying off the shelves. You're going to be contacting me going, Abby, I need more cases on my shelf because these are flying off.
You're always the optimist, Abby.
Yes, that is
always the optimist.
Yes, you have to be in life. You have to be optimistic
Right.
about everything.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I would, so you will give me $1,000. We'll take two products. What about the products that are in the slots now? Will you buy those products from me?
Yes, I'm able to buy those from you from the dead slotting fees.
So how much total could I have towards a purchase if I put in two products?
What do you mean
From-
total?
Well, you've $500 for each one.
Yeah,
for
so
the
it's
sliding
1,000.
fee.
Yeah.
And then what? So do you have a budget?
I personally, we have to stick between 3,500 as far as for the total marketing plan, and for pretty much implementing a new product is where I'm given that budget.
So what else can y'all do? You're talking $1,000. What else could you do for me?
The marketing plan. So whatever that you wanted to do to implement this product, we're able to help you. So like I was saying, the commercial wise, we could partner up with an influencer that's in the area or a particular college that has lots of following
So you
for
were
it.
talking about paying for that too?
Yes, we're able to help you. We're able to meet you that way. So that way we're able to ease you into this product to tell you that it does sell, and that we're able to back it up. And then once they fly off the shelf, we'll be able to replace more of the products.
So could I count on you? You said 3,500. Could I count on the full 3,500?
Yeah. So
to
what we
promote this?
so what we don't use, and what the first, and that with the slotting fees, and then
What
money
if-
that's left over, we're
What
able
if
to
I
use
give
for a
you
marketing
30?
plan.
What if I give you 30 days to do this?
Yes, we'll be able to
After
meet
the
that.
product comes in.
Yes, we'll be able to do that for you.
Okay.
And we'll be able to reassess it after that 30 days as well.
Okay. And you said you ultimately have 7 products.
Yes.
Okay. And you would like me to have all 7.
Eventually, yes. When we convince you that
Right.
there is the knowledge behind it and the testing
Sure.
behind it.
And you feel like the fact that the pig slept on a pillow last night, it's gonna make a difference.
Yes, because it's a unique market niche that certain customers do not eat meat due to the name. So all those customers that are vegan will be coming back to try these products.
That's a big claim.
Yeah. Well, we have the research behind it in our test market stores.
Okay.
All right. So what do you say signing the sheet? And they'll be able to get those cases in your store by next week.
So which ones am I getting?
So we're gonna do a case. We're gonna do a case of these and a case of these.
Okay.
All right.
Thumbs up, that's good. I
All right.
appreciate it, Jill.
All right, Lee. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.